In this video, I'll demonstrate how to set up a Radius Private 802.1x wireless LAN using the Cloud Wi-Fi dashboard and demonstrate a client logging into this type of network. As a note, prior to setting up a Radius 802.1x network, you need to have configured or have access to a Radius server. From the Cloud Wi-Fi dashboard, I can go to Networks either on the left or over here, so I'll go Add Networks. And I'm going to give this a name of Radius AAA Remote. And you'll notice under the type it's organizational, and that is going to be a remote AAA server. So it says to use 802.1x standard and WPA2 security protocols to authenticate users using an authentication server on the network. So we'll go ahead and hit next and go to our onboarding menu. Here I need to put in the IP address and the port number of my Radius server. And we'll put in 59.90.255.122. Next, we'll enter the port number, which will be 1812. And then we put in the shared secret. The shared secret is a text string that serves as a password between a Radius client and a Radius server. So we're going to put in our shared secret. And if I want to see what the text string is, I could click on the eyeball. So you'll see that ours is Nerds Unite. That's going to be our shared secret. We're not going to be using a secondary Radius server, so we'll leave this blank, and then we'll move on to our venues. So we want to activate this SSID on at least one venue. So we're going to choose Awani Arts. We're going to make sure that's on. And then we're going to hit Next. This is our network summary. Gives us our name, SSID, category, type, and venue. So here we are. Our venue is Awani Arts. Under Advanced Settings, if I want to customize the settings, I could do so. But we'll take our default, and we're going to go ahead and hit Create. And this will then go ahead and create the network, which will take about 30 to 60 seconds. And after a while, it's going to say Activating Network on Venue Awani Arts. And then after about 30 seconds or so, it will complete. So if I go back to Networks, as you can see here, our Radius AAA Remote is now set up. We haven't given a description to it yet. It gives us the SSID, the type, the security. It's associated with one venue. There's two APs on that venue, and it's on VLAN number 1. If I want to give this a description, I would go ahead and click on this. I could edit the network, give it a description, and we'll call it Remote AAA, and then I'll hit Save, and I'll go ahead and update the network. And after about 20 or 30 seconds, it'll complete, and then we come back up into the network. So here we have our Radius AAA Remote. Gives us our APs. There's two operational. This is active on one venue, and it just shows a pictorial diagram here. Shows the maximum rate, maximum clients, and so forth. Now I don't have any data down here yet because I haven't connected my client. So what I want to do now is to put on my client hat and go ahead and log into that network. So I'll go to the bottom of my screen. I'll select my internet access, and if we scroll down, here we see it. Radius AAA Remote. So that is the SSID that I just set up. So let's go ahead and connect to this. And I'm going to hit Connect. Now remember, we're going to have to put in a username and password on this. So it connects to it. So our username, we're going to enter that. And then our password. And then I'll click OK. And it'll connect to the Radius AAA. And then I can open up another window and make sure that I have internet connection. So I'm at the Ruckus website, and I could go ahead and browse through and use my internet browser from this point on. If we go back to the Ruckus Cloud, and then I click on Networks, you can see that the Radius AAA Remote is the SSID that I set up. And if I go out here to the right, I can roll over this, and it shows me the venue. It shows the venue is Awani Arts. Tells me the number of APs and also what VLAN it's on. If I double click on that, this gives me detailed on the Radius AAA Remote SSID, and it says that it's an external AAA. Organizational is Network Remote AAA. Gives me the IP address and shows me the VLAN that it's associated with. On the right, I can see the maximum rate, which is unlimited, the maximum clients, which was 100, and shows the client isolation is off. If I scroll down a little bit, this will show me the traffic volume that I've had, and I've had this up for a little bit. And also, it shows me the client count. So here I had one client, and a little bit later, I had 2 clients. So this is just a short video to demonstrate how to set up a radius private 802.1x wireless LAN using the Cloud Wi-Fi dashboard.